Hello everyone! Today we are in the ancient city, or also known as Muang Boran. It's a little bit outside the city of Bangkok, and it is a huge open-air museum in the shape of the country of Thailand. If you look at the maps, it's exactly the shape of it, and it's filled with temples and pagodas. Some of them are very original, kind you won't see anywhere in Thailand, and others are actually kind of replicas from different eras in Thailand. So you can learn more about the temples throughout time, from Sukhothai to Ayodhya. You will find all kinds of replicas here, as well as a little floating market, and there are also shows throughout the day. So you can definitely spend some time here just roaming around. So like I mentioned, this park is a little bit outside the city of Bangkok, around like 40 minutes, but you can easily get here. First option is obviously you can just take a Grab, but with Bangkok traffic that might take some time. The easier and most cost-efficient way is actually just taking the MRT line. It's the green Sukhumvit line, and you take it all the way to the end to Keha, and from there it's like another 5 minutes that you jump on number 36 Songchiao, one of those like shared taxis, and it will bring you right to the entrance. Moritz is the guide of the day.
So you got a huge map with us, as you can tell.
My. Lead the way. Right now we are at the Pavilion of the Enlightened, and I'm so excited because this is the one that I always wanted to see. It's the very first picture I ever saw of the ancient city online, and these were mostly back in the day like drone shots from above, and they were super cool. Unfortunately today you can't do any drone shots anymore, it's prohibited, but this is a super cool pavilion. It's all in gold, has a lot of details, and like these little walkways over water because it is situated on top of water, and you have these little smaller pavilions that you can just sit and enjoy the atmosphere. It's really beautiful, and there's also some beautiful Buddha statues along the way. So right now we're at a very cool one. As you can see behind me, it is a pagoda that is encircled by this humongous sea creature. It's very special. It's one of the unique ones here that you'll not see anywhere else in Thailand. And I've also seen very cool shots on it, so really wanted to see this one. It's very peculiar, and the details again are very cool. So the fish has its mouth open, and it looks like it's like fully gonna swallow the pagoda almost, I guess. So yeah, we're also gonna quickly check it out because you can go on it. It's a little island in the middle of the water. on our third stop. Actually, everything is pretty close, and also since we are on bikes, you just have to bike a minute and you're already somewhere else super beautiful. So just further from the two before we visited, you have like these gardens with like little streams running through it, with bridges filled with beautiful flowers and plants. And in between there's like statues all over the place. And so while walking around here, we actually noticed that many of the statues in this part are the ones that remind us, if we go to like a Chinese temple, the one you see there, I think we saw like the goddess of the sea. The big one is Kuan Yin, is a Bodhisattva, which is very important in the Mahayana Buddhism. It is a beautiful woman, and she looks a little bit sad because she cares about everything that happens to humanity. There are plaques. So first we thought, oh, there's no information, but so with this one we just saw that there is a plaque with a little bit more background info, which is very interesting. So at least you know what you're looking at. So we're hopping on our bike to get to the next point. There are actually multiple ways to discover this humongous park. We chose the bike, which is the most budget friendly. It's like 150 for a bike, and you can use it all day. There are actually also e-bikes if you want to make it a little bit easier on you. I believe those are 250 for a few hours. And then there's also a golf cart, which is actually pretty fun. And in the end, it's actually also kind of affordable. It's 350 for 3 hours, and then I guess it's like 100 extra for every hour. In the end, maybe we could have done that, but we're happy with the bikes. It's a beautiful day and there's some wind. So we just drove to the other side of the park, where you'll find more replicas of existing structures and temples all over Thailand. We actually just passed one, and I noticed that I recognize it from Chiang Mai. The Shetty Shet yacht, which we saw in Chiang Mai, over there it's like also surrounded full by snake statues, but it's mostly known for its 7 spires and a lot of details, which is very cool. And now we're standing in front of this wooden structure that is on poles, like those stilt houses that you sometimes have. And this is more inspired what you can find in northern Thailand, which are like mostly the living quarters of monks. And it's really cool. It's also by the water, a lot of beautiful flowers, so they really make sure it looks very picturesque. So what we also saw near the entrance is that you can actually rent like these Thai outfits, and we saw multiple girls already running around. Like behind me you can also see them posing, and it's very cool. For us, because we like to take pictures and give something extra to the pictures. It makes it look almost like authentic. So just a few overall impressions of the park so far. It's really nice to bike here. So like I said, we didn't take the e-bike, we took normal bikes, and it's really pleasant. There are so many pathways, so we can go everywhere in between. Also, everything is so nicely made, like I said, with the flowers and the plants, the eye for detail. Also, everywhere they're like playing this background music, so it really makes you feel like you're a bit floating in your own movie when you're walking between the temples. So overall, it's so far a very nice experience. Pretty cool. Right now we're standing in front of a replica of what we've seen last week in Sukhothai. It's the Wat Mahatat, like the big showstopper of there in Sukhothai. This one is a little bit smaller in size and it's only the centerpiece, but it's very cool. We recognize it immediately, and around it you also have a few of those walking Buddhas that you can see there on the side, as well as some really pretty cool looking ruins. So it does give that atmosphere that you can feel there in Sukhothai. Just like we read, that's the whole idea of the park, where they make these replicas that you learn more about Thai culture all in one place. It's like a miniature Thailand, and learn more about the history and appreciation for its culture. just biked a little bit more south because we wanted to catch one of the shows. Like I said, there are also performances where you can learn a little bit more about the culture. It is very short, but it's very pretty, so it's worth stopping by. First, you get to see like a traditional Thai dance, and it's like 2 girls and 2 boys like in traditional outfits, which are super beautiful. And they do the dance where they really curl like their hands. I've seen it on TV, but it's pretty cool. They're very skilled and very beautiful. And after that you get actually a small Muay Thai performance, and it was insane. They did an amazing choreography. It was very believable. They did like jumps I've actually never seen in a real Muay Thai fight. It was pretty intense, very good actors. So I think all in all maybe it was 15 minutes, but it's worth stopping by. And it's near the area where you have, besides me in the back, like one of the palaces, a relic from Ayodhya. This one we haven't seen personally. It's a little bit more new and modern, and in the surroundings you can also see replicas from the Grand Palace in Bangkok. We are actually at another stop right now, not too far from the ancient city. You have the Erawan Museum, and when you look online for tickets, there's often these combi tickets because the museum is made by the same person as the ancient city, and we can really recommend buying the combi ticket. This museum is absolutely beautiful. Its showstopper is actually a 3-headed elephant, a humongous statue on top of a pink like fundament, where inside you have the main museum hall, and it's so beautiful. I've never seen anything like it. I've seen it on pictures, that's exactly why I wanted to visit it. Inside you have this beautiful staircase leading up to this colored stained glass with a lot of details. You can see the globe in there and a lot of colors and details. Just the overall hall is so beautiful. They put so much details in there, so you can definitely spend some time there. But make sure to go all the way to the top. There's actually a staircase leading to the belly of the elephant, where you actually still have a temple, and it's a blue temple and it's so beautiful. I didn't expect it to be there. I've never seen anything from it before. So yeah, we are still here. It's the end of the day. There's a whole garden around it with more elephant statues. So that's my kind of museum. So we're still gonna check it out, and yeah.